Just to check what you're all logged on there, can somebody tell me how the sound sounds? Does that make sense? Audio test 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Audio test. Evening everybody, welcome to Brunton Park. Just give us a message on the old screen there, whether you can hear us or not, loud and clear. Brilliant, thanks for that guys. Well, we're here at Brunton Park, and the good news is I've got former youth boss at Carlisle United, David Wilkes, who's still here, head of coaching at the academy. These nights are big, Dave, aren't they? The lads enjoy these.
Yeah, these are great nights for the lads. They all look forward to the Youth Cup coming round. It just adds that extra excitement, playing on a first team ground under floodlights, and everybody wants to progress in this.
In terms of the nerves, is it the same level for the boys as it is for the lads who'll be playing at Hayes and Yeading on Saturday?
Well, it's for a lot of the lads, it's like their first experience of Youth Cup football for first years, so it's like they've no experience really to draw on, but they'll really be up, the adrenaline will be going, and they'll be really looking forward to getting out and playing.
And a big thing, the manager, the coaching staff from the first team, they're all here. What a chance to show them what you're about.
Yeah, absolutely. You can really make a name for yourself in these nights by performing well and catching everybody's eye, so I'm sure they'll be aware of that as well.
I know, travelling around the country with you for some of these cup ties over recent years, Dave, you mentioned about when you were a boy and what it meant to you. When you were a coach here at places like Liverpool and things like that, that's the reality of this competition. There can be some very big nights.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as a player, I can remember playing at Manchester City in the 4th round, and that was fantastic. And as coaching, like you say, we went to Liverpool. Eric had that good team that they played Man United, beat Man United. I played Aston Villa. More recently, we went to Leicester, didn't we? And we beat Barnsley and Chesterfield a couple of years ago. So good cup runs, and the boys absolutely buzz off it. Yeah.
What we shouldn't take for granted is Chester. They've been through the prelim round. They've been through 3 qualifiers. They've had to work hard to get here. Yeah,
absolutely. That'll stand them in good stead actually, because they've, like you said, they've played in 3 rounds to get here, so they've had like that cut and thrust of this cup football. So you need to be aware of that, and it's, you just really need to be aware that they'll be up for it and have had some good results getting here.
Lads are on the way out, Dave. This will be when the adrenaline really starts to kick in.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, they'll be raring to go now, and I look forward to watching the game.
Thanks for your time there, Dave. As we say, the lads are on the way out. You can hear the tannoy kicking in the background. What really is missing, as we've said, for every game so far this season, is the fans, because we do normally get, on an FA Cup night here at Brunton Park, quite a lot of supporters in to watch it, and it's just such a shame that you can't be here, because I know a lot of you who are watching now would be here in person, but hopefully the lads will do you proud tonight. First round proper of the FA Youth Cup. Mirrors the senior competition, so these boys will play again later in the month if they get through, and indeed that counts for Chester as well, who will not be here just to roll over by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just pull in Dave. Dave's working as the cameraman as well tonight, so I'll be dipping in and trying not to spoil the coverage that he's giving you via the camera. But Dave, what's going through their minds right now, and what will Eric have said to them as they come out?
Well, it's just they'll have done all the preparation work, and it's just final things now about motivation, attitude, and making sure that they can perform in the moment. It needs composure and it needs ability, so it'll be reminding them of that, and they'll be coming out of the traps, I'm sure.
This is a reminder of the COVID times, isn't it, where teams have to come out at different times, and we've got players spread up and down the corridor in the building there, where they have to get changed separately and as far apart as they possibly can.
Yeah, well, it's just COVID times, isn't it? It's everybody's under sort of conditions and in indoor settings, and it's just you just have to get on with it. You get sort of used to it now, but it's very different.
What's it like for your academy boys, the age groups in particular, Dave? Are they now furloughed or postponed for the foreseeable future?
We're just waiting for confirmation tomorrow from the Football League, but it looks like they may be having to close down during this lockdown period.
Tough for those lads, isn't it? Because they've got their own games programmed that they quite enjoy.
Yeah, we just got started up again, really, up and running, and we've had a good few games, and the lads have really been glad to be back. Obviously everybody's having to shut down now, so everybody's disappointed again.
I'll let you get back to the camera, Dave, so that you can follow the action. Referee's going through the prelims for the game now. He'll be talking to the captains, going through the usual spin of the coin. and everything that goes with it. So we'll run through the teams. We'll start with the visitors, Chester FC. Of course, as I said earlier, they've been through 4 games already to get this far. They beat Abbey Hay at home in the prelim, which is the prelim actually to the qualifying rounds, to even start the journey proper, to get to the first round proper. They then played away at Vauxhall Motors, away at St Helens Town, and a few weeks ago away at York City, where obviously their success there brought them here to Brunton Park. Chester team then in goal, Joe Smith. Number 2, Liam Buckley. Number 3, Max Buckley-Benbow. 4, Sam Hughes. 5, William Harrison. 6, Bailey Sloan. 7, Sam Turner. 8, the captain, Drew Lowe. 9, Max Gianni. 10, Tyler Sutton. And 11, Oliver Hayward. For Carlisle United in goal, Isaac Robinson. Number 2, Jack Ellis. 3, Max Kilsby. 4, Keelan Leslie. 5, Rowan Steele. 6, Elliot Day. 7, Charlie Watt. 8, Adam Walton. 9, Sam Fishburn. 10, Ryan Swales. And 11, Lewis Bell. Lewis Bell, of course, very highly rated here at Brunton Park. Already got his senior contract, fantastic for him, but he's still got a job to do with the youth team as the game kicks off. Carlisle United in blue, white, blue, attacking the Waterworks end, and as you can see, Chester in their green and white shirt and shorts. Always a bit frantic at the start of these games. There's an early mistake which sets Chester on a half attack. Good tackling back though from the captain, Keelan Leslie, as we try to mount an attack up this left hand touchline. Interesting to see which team settles first, handling the nerves. Dave spoke about it there in the lead up to kick-off, that it does get quite nervy for these boys because it is a big night, and they know that the manager and his staff are here to watch them, so what a chance for them to make some kind of impression. Big clearance forward, ball to deal with there for our central defender. Nodded long by Rowan Steele. Kept alive by the Chester midfield players who'll be looking to show that they've got something about them in their 4-game run already, which has brought them to this first round proper. Heading down the wing there with number 10, Tyler Sutton. Elliot Day does well, gets in the way and wins the throw in for Carlisle United. That'll be taken by Max Kilsby, who's really settling into his role. I've had the fortune to see a couple of the youth games already this season, which doesn't always happen, the way that the fixture schedule goes. Again, that's good work from Tyler Sutton. He's trying to get the ball in, doesn't quite get the connection he needs behind for a goal kick, which Isaac Robinson in his yellow goalkeeper kit will take for the Cumbrians. Yeah, just saying there, good opportunity to watch a couple of the youth team games, and one of the noticeable things is how much it mirrors the first team. Certainly the philosophy that the manager is trying to instill with the first team players in terms of getting them in the faces of the opposition. You'll see a lot of that tonight, I would imagine, from what I've seen so far from these younger lads. Ball hooked forward. Looking for Ryan Swales, doesn't quite get his way. Good tackle there from Liam Buckley. He plays it down the line. That'll be a chase for the Carlisle United lad, Rowan Steele, to deal with. In fact, it was Elliot Day. Elliot feels he got a bit of a nudge there. Lino's not interested, so that's a throw in for Chester City. Liam Buckley will wander up to take that. Fireworks in the background here at Brunton Park. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, probably not with the way the angle is. Still waiting to find a bit of a rhythm this game as we get into the 3rd minute. As we've already stated, it is a lot about handling nerves in this type of competition. Just been told by the cameraman that I'm getting the team sheet in the way of the camera. Fancy that. Sorry about that, guys. Carlisle United have been in their own half for most of this opening 3 minutes, and there's a bit of a speculative effort from the number 4, Sam Hughes. Worth a try, isn't it, early on in a game like this? I know, speaking to Eric earlier in the week, he was very mindful of the fact that you can't take anything for granted in a game like this. Chester, difficult to find out much about the lads who were playing in the earlier rounds and who are playing tonight, but what he had heard is that they're a team that does like to get the ball down and try and play it. But here's a chance now. Ryan Swales tries to get it wide to Louis Bell. Louis Bell looking for support again from Swales. Swales twists and turns. Scored a couple of good goals recently as Swalesy. He'll be looking for more of the same. Ball's about to come in. It's cut out though, so Carlisle United have got to try and recover that, and they do indeed recover it, with Charlie Watt spreading it wide for Max Kilsby. Kilsby, good deep delivery, but the keeper's off his line, and the referee will probably give a free kick, which he does. Not much argument there on the free kick, Dave?
No, he's brave to come out for it, but a lot of bodies in there, and I think it was a free kick, yeah.
Decent delivery from Kilsby.
Yeah, test of that one. Test the keeper, he wants to come for it, but he's realised that the lads are up for the challenge as well.
Keeper takes a moment just to recover. I'll try and dip in with Dave when the camera's not having to move around and follow the action, because I've tried it before. It is impossible to do summary or commentary while you're also filming a game. Well, he just said he can multitask. Yeah, well done, Dave. Thanks for that. Free kick then, almost like a bye kick for Chester City. Joe Smith, the keeper, pumps it long. Carlisle United's Max Kilsby half deals with it, and he's got help from his central defender Elliot Day when there was a little bit of an error. Good pressing again, that's the thing that we're talking about. That's what the manager in the first team is trying to instill, and he looks for the club top to bottom to mirror that. And I'll repeat it, I think you'll probably see quite a lot of that from the youth team here tonight. Very tentative at the moment, probing, both teams feeling each other out. How many times have we seen it in all the games we've watched, that it then comes down to who makes the best of the moments when they come. 6 minutes in, still 0-0. Carlisle United 0, Chester 0, FA Youth Cup. Round 1 proper. Kilsby uses Day. Day spreads it. Rowan Steele pushes forward. All the way wide to Jack Ellis. Jack Ellis steps inside. Carlisle more interested in keeping the ball at the moment, which is no bad thing. Get used to it, get a feel for it, settle the nerves. Louis Bell, as we were saying, very highly rated Louis, and it's an example with him, in fact, with the way that the contract offer went for that lad, that Carlisle United are prepared to take a dip as soon as they think, as we saw with Jared Branthwaite, if they think there's something there, the contract offer comes. What a great message that is for the rest of the boys. What does that mean to a youth setup, Dave, when you see the manager is prepared to do things like have been done with Louis Bell?
Yeah, well, it's very good. Yeah, it's great to see when young players get an opportunity and they can progress, and they get rewarded with a contract and that opportunity then to try and push on and get near and around the first team. So yeah, it gives everybody a lift. Yeah.
Opportunity for the boys to put some pressure on the Chester goal now with the free kick over on the far right hand touchline from an attacking sense for the Blues. In comes the delivery. It's high, it's deep, it's good. In fact, Sam Fishburn will challenge for that, and that wasn't far away at all, was it? I think he'll be disappointed with that. He'll have expected to finish there, Dave.
Yeah, good ball in. Probably if he could have got a better touch, better header, but just didn't get enough on the header, so the chance is gone now.
Good from Fishburn to show that he's going to get on the end of it. That's certainly an avenue that Carlisle United should look to explore. For a 16-year-old, he's a big boy, is Sam. He was worried at the start of the season, he won't mind me saying, about the fact he wasn't getting goals. A couple came in 3 games, 2 in 3 games for him over the recent run, and he looks a much different player. What a ball that is. Carlisle United with a fantastic chance here. That's it, that's the opening goal. Superb finish from Charlie Watt. Took that really well, didn't he? A fantastic ball. You could tell as soon as that ball left his boot that it was going to go through, and Charlie Watt, fantastic first touch, and he puts the Blues ahead. And there were only 8 minutes on the clock. That's the start they'll have wanted. If you're talking about settling nerves, that's nerves settled. Dave?
Yeah, great switch of play, and got him past the back line and kept his head and finished it well, so that should settle him down now.
Not an easy finish, Dave, because there's a lot for the boy to do there. Once he's taken the touch, he's still got the keeper, and he's got to make sure that that touch is right so he can get a shot off.
Yeah, like you say, good first touch, and kept his head and put it in the bottom corner very well.
Nice one from Charlie Watt, great through ball as well to set him on his way. And now let's see what the Blues can do against the Seals of Chester. And they immediately, from the restart, regain the ball, get on the attack. Pretty much like what we were watching last night with the first team. Don't give anybody any time, get in their face, get the ball back, and let's see what you can do. So if you're just tuning in, the good news is that Carlisle United do have that early lead, which is exactly what they would have wanted. Charlie Watt with the goal. Great celebration as well. We missed that because we were chatting away, but you can see how much it means to the boys, Dave.
Yeah, there weren't much social distancing after they'd scored there.
Unfortunately, they're all in their bubble, aren't they? Confident stuff from Carlisle. They've got that goal. Eric will have wanted that. He'll have said to them, don't let them settle. The little information that you can glean about these teams is that they work hard, and that's been proven by the fact that they've had to go through 4 rounds. One of them are preliminary to the qualifiers to get here in the first place. So they're not going to give anything up easily. You're going to have to take it from them. Oh, that's one of those clearances that can go anywhere, but Carlisle have got away with that one. I think that was Max Kilsby who put his boot through it. He'll have been relieved to see it go all the way back to Isaac Robinson in goal. Carlisle with that lead. 1-0, courtesy of Charlie Watt. Ball goes long. Can we get on the end of this? No, we can't. That's that target of Sam Fishburn we're talking about. You can see it on camera. You can see that in terms of it being 16, the big number 9 for Carlisle. He's a big lad. He's got a lot about him. He's already developing muscularly, which is important for these young footballers if they want to make a mark. I'm thinking of the likes of Gary Medine and Andy Cook in the past, even Ryan Bowman, who had that about them. That physicality makes you stand out. Here comes Chester trying to build down that left hand side with Oliver Hayward, but his through ball, I think he was looking for the run of Max Gianni, was cut out very well indeed by United's Jack Ellis. Chester with the throw in. Taking the time. It's good defending so far, isn't it? Other than that early shot, the long range volley from Sam Hughes, Carlisle's keeper Isaac Robinson has not had anything to do at all, and that's the way they'll want to keep it. Good from goal. Look at that power from Kilsby. Sprints past 2, crosses it, takes a deflection, half clearance. Who gets there first? It's the Chester man. He punts it forward looking for Tyler Sutton, but Carlisle United again staying close and staying tight. But what can Sam Turner do now as he surges through the middle? He's got runners left and a runner in front. Uses the man on the left. That's Oliver Hayward. Clips it into the box, but again, attentive defended, and away it goes. But Chester, well done. Here they come again with Liam Buckley. Through ball, looking for a return. Does he get it? No, yet again. Carlisle United keep the shape, keep the concentration, and Max Kilsby helps to get it away. That's got to be a foul. Well, it's gone the other way. Who knew? Referee decides that's a foul from Sam Fishburn on the number 4, Sam Hughes. And it'll be Sam Turner for Chester. He'll deliver this free kick. Imagine he'll send it long. Test the Carlisle defence. There it goes. Not a bad delivery. Robinson stays back. Carlisle defend with Elliot Day. That's a good header. Recovered by the Chester man. He pulls it back inside. Oh, that's a decent delivery. Looking for a run from the number 9, Max Gianni, but Carlisle again do their job and get it clear. But there's a little warning sign of what Chester can do. Decent movement. Throw in from Liam Buckley. Needs movement. Not getting much of it so far. Takes it short. Gets it back. What will he do? Beats his man. He's giving it to Sam Turner. That's a good cross as well. Oh, what a chance that was. He'll be disappointed there. I think it's Gianni. We'll check when he turns around. It is Max Gianni. What a delivery there. That was fantastic stuff from Chester, to be fair to them. Gianni used his muscles to get a little bit of room. Couldn't quite guide the header from the angle into the roof of the net. That's the warning. "14 minutes played. Carlisle 1, courtesy of Charlie Watt. Chester 0. Still work to do. Decent spell that for Chester. Ended with that headed chance for the big striker Max Gianni. Put it just wide of the upright. Carlisle's turn to mount and build a bit of pressure. Throw in on the far side with Jack Ellis. Long and high. Recovered by Adam Walton. And Carlisle will get another go, this time closer to the corner flag. Goal scorer Charlie Watt goes over there to retrieve it, but he's given it, I think, to Rowan Stale. What will he do? It's long. Into the box, it's flicked on by Fishburn, it's still loose, it needs to be dealt with. Oh, well, it's still a horrible clearance there from the Chester lad, but he's lucky, he's got away with it. There's Elliot Day to send it back into the mix. Carlisle battling well there, good ball from Swales. Almost a great chance again for Charlie Watt. Clearly a element of Watt's play is to try to create that outlet for the man who's got the ball, and Swales again on it, 20 yards out. Looking to get past his man, but a decent tackle this time. I think that was Sam Hughes doing his defensive midfield role. Max Kilsby doing the defensive role for Carlisle United yet again. He's had a decent start. He's up against two nippy men on this right hand side, attacking right hand side for Chester. Reverse pass to be dealt with, and it is dealt with yet again by Elliot Day. He's had a solid start as well. Just back from injury is Elliot. Frustrating period out for him. He'll be glad to be back in time for this one. Playing under the lights on the main pitch. Liam Buckley wins a corner for Chester. Good spell for the away side here. Looking to make amends for that earlier goal, where they were torn apart really by a fantastic crossfield pass and Charlie Watt with a decent touch and finish to give Carlisle the lead. We've played 16 minutes of the first half here at Brunton Park. Carlisle with the advantage, but being asked a few questions at the moment. Left-footed in-swinging delivery comes from the corner. It's deep, it's good, but it's dealt with this time by Jack Ellis, who does well at the back post. Chester look to build again, not letting Carlisle out at the moment, and that's a rash one from Ellis. Gives away a free kick, and another chance of course for Chester to get the delivery into the box. This is good stuff from the away side at the moment, Dave.
Yeah, they've had a little couple of spells down this right hand side where they've managed to get a couple of crosses in. Good corner there, a little bit of pressure, so just need to see this bit off and then start building ourselves again. Free kick,
35-40 yards out, attacking left hand side. Just about everybody from a Carlisle perspective is back, either in the wall or on the edge of that box, defending their lead. Good game so far, hope you're enjoying this. There goes the delivery, it's clipped, it's floated, and it's nodded on. There's a chance here, but it's offside, flag goes up. Again though, that's another little warning, isn't it? The quality of the delivery is picking their men out. It's not so much whipped in, but it's floated in. And when that happens, you need somebody to get on the end of it, and invariably at the moment, the Chester men are. So there's definitely danger here from a Carlisle perspective in terms of having to do the defending. Isaac Robinson, Carlisle's keeper, with a set piece inside his own penalty box, sends it high, sends it long, flicked on by Walton. That's a good flick. Looks for Fishburn, needs to be picked up on that far side by Charlie Watt, but he's muscled out of it. Chester will come again. As we were saying, this is a decent spell from the visitors, looking to impose themselves and recover that deficit, that early deficit from the Charlie Watt goal, which has given Carlisle their 1-0 lead. 18 minutes, this is flying by. Good game. Jack Ellis with the throw in halfway inside his own half. Going to send it high and long again. Flicked on again, and it's going to be an overlap over on that right hand side. Can he find room for the cross? Twisting and turning, looking to get past his man. He's done well there, he's got help as well over on that far right hand side. Ellis, who'd come all the way forward. Keelan Leslie, the captain, has a go, but that's almost stopped at source on the edge of the box. Better from Carlisle, just need to settle themselves a little bit, having sat a little bit too deep for the last 10 minutes or so. probably because Chester have forced that. To be fair, his Swales picks it up off the flick from Fishburne, looks for the through ball to Walton, he's through. Will he get his shot off? He does. What a finish that is. Superb stuff. That's a great flick from Sam Fishburne. Adam Walton has got on the end of it, he's took a touch and keeper no chance. That's 2-0, that's what the boys needed.
Yeah, great goal, great flick on and then like a little blindside pass. I think it was Swalo, lovely little blindside pass that put him in and again kept his head, great finish. Really good goal that.
Now the lads can settle, can they, Dave? Because Chester, to be fair, had the best of that last 10 minutes.
Well, you can never settle, but you've just got to keep imposing your game onto the opposition. And but 2-0 up at this stage, it's a great. You know, you can't ask for any more. So they should settle them down now, and they can start playing.
We've heard the manager say, if you're ruthless, goals change psychology, and hopefully that'll be the case for the Carlisle lads tonight. 2-0, 2 great goals, by the way. 2 fantastic moves, so incisive. They've ripped their way through the Chester defence on 2 separate occasions in this opening 20 minutes. Charlie Watt with the first goal, Adam Walton with the second. And do you know what? Having watched these youth games that we've seen so far this season, Adam Walton, he works so hard. He puts so much effort and energy into everything that he does, and that's a little reward for him tonight. So good stuff for Carlisle United. 2-0 up. Haven't had it all their own way, as hopefully you've seen. So that question I asked Dave, will they settle? Let's see. As we look to go long with this free kick. Keelan Leslie sends it long, bounces around, it'll be recovered by Elliot Day, keeps it in. Well done Elliot, big central defender, back from injury. Classic style defender even for a young boy, he'll put himself in there, he'll put his body on the line, head it, kick it. But he's also got a bit about him with the football as well. Don't know if you can hear those fireworks in the background. Quite a few of them going off around Brunton Park tonight. Should I be cheesy and say insiders? We'll go, oh well, yeah, go on, inside as well. Thanks to Charlie Watt and Adam Walton. They've got the 2-goal cushion. Can they now completely relax, push on and add to it? Here comes that long throw. Rowan sends it deep. Flicked on. Oh, I think that was the defender who got his head on that. I might be doing Sam Fishburne a disservice. If it was Sam, it's a good one because he's made the keeper work. You might have seen that one better than me. I had half an eye on the fireworks that were going off to my right hand side. Keeper looking for options. Sends it out to Harrison who pumps it long. Another excellent defensive header won there. Big lads in the middle looking after those high balls. Surge through the middle from Drew Lowe, captain for Chester. Gianni over on that left hand side, he's been stopped in his tracks. Ellis helps the clearance on its way. That'll be picked up by Walton. Tries to feed it forward to Sam Fishburne, but tightly marked. Ball goes out for a throw on the halfway line. "23 minutes, Carlisle 2, Chester 0, FA Youth Cup first round fixture. Definitely taking the wind out of the sails of the Chester boys, that second goal. But Dave Wilkes rightly said there, when I asked him that question, you cannot relax. We saw it last night, didn't we? 3-0 up, 6 minutes to go, and all of a sudden, a goal comes and it's a completely different final 5 or 6 minutes. Still a long way to go. Half of the first half and half of the second half. As we know in football, anything can happen. Carlisle win the ball back from the throw-in. Yet again, Keelan, the captain, Keelan Leslie, he spreads it wide to Charlie Watt, who's come over onto this left-hand side. He's looking for that run from Fishburne. They do that quite a lot. Sam Fishburne, he'll get himself in that box as much as he can, and the lads will look for him, and why not? as we've already said, if you've got that stature about you, try and use it. It's a tool. And he started scoring his goals this season as young Sam, so his confidence will be high. Scrappy spell from both sides at the moment, giving possession away, as we've just seen yet again. And that was a foul. Bit of frustration there from Elliot Day. He was running away there. Who knows? He might have been sending Charlie Watt off on another run. Has a word with the ref. Didn't need to, because the ref had already blown. Here's Charlie Watt, left hand side now. Twists and turns, keeps the ball well. That's excellent. Swalesy sitting deep. Uses Elliot Day. Carlisle will have to regroup and reshape. A little bit too much on that pass. Carlisle keeping the ball in their own half. Spread wide to Kilsby. Kilsby to Swales. That's another great ball, looking for what? Will he deliver? Yes, he will. Goes deep. Sam's up and he heads it over the bar just. Yeah, that's decent from Carlisle. He'll feel he had a nudge in the back. Probably a little bit too much on that cross from Charlie Watt, but Fishburn gets there.
Yeah, good little spell that. Good build-up play and getting in behind them again, and good cross. So looks promising. Some promising play. That's good.
As you can see, Dave Wilkes can indeed multitask. He's the cameraman tonight. He's the one who's bringing you these pictures that you're watching. A couple of people just asked the score. It's 2-0. A lot of comments. Excellent. Hope you're all enjoying this. Sorry about the commentary, bit ropey. But there you go. Not many questions I can see there. No, it's good to have the chat facility. Can't really watch it while the game's going on. I'm trying to watch the action as I'm reading that through Dave's viewfinder, which is on my screen here, so I'll go back to the game. But if you've got any questions, ask away, and I'll try and answer them at half time or so. In fact, let's have another shufty while that whistle's gone. 2,700. Brilliant. That shows that this is worth doing, and we'll try and bring this to you much more. So that's 2,700 people playing this back that we've got at the moment. That is absolutely fantastic to know. Right, back to the action. Here we go. That's a decent interception there from Chester's Liam Buckley. Got a bit excited though once he was tackled by Max Kilsby. And Carlisle United have the free kick. Interesting position. Will they build? Will they send it in? Goal scorer Charlie Watt opened the scoring. Early doors for the Blues. Set them on their way. Great finish. Matched in quality by Adam Walton. Midway through the half, and it's Carlisle who have the 2-0 FA Youth Cup first round lead. Building again over on that far side. A lot of ball has been over there. There's Adam Walton spreading it wide yet again, looking for a little bit of help from Louis Bell, who swapped places with Charlie Watt. Louis was on the left to start the game, Charlie was on the right. What's the thinking behind that when it happens midway through a half, Dave?
Probably just to change it round a little bit, you know. A lot of teams do it just to changes things, puts the defenders have a different thing to deal with, and you know, sometimes it pays off.
Cross there from Jack Ellis, little bit too low. Easy to deal with for the Chester defence, but Carlisle come again. They have taken I was going to say taking a grip. That's probably the wrong way to describe it. They're certainly controlling the possession of the ball now more than they were. There was a good spell there from the Chester boys just before the second goal, but it's Kilsby sending it long in towards Sam Fishburn. Nice little touch over to the far side for Louis Bell. He's going to feed it back for Keelan Leslie, and he'll be disappointed with that, Will Keelan. He's the youth team's captain. That was put on a plate for him there. Nice little touch off. Keelan probably felt a bit rushed and he smashed it over the bar.
Yeah, just got a bit excited there, didn't he, Keelan? But again, good build-up play, so it's encouraging again. You know, we're building some good attacks.
Number 2 for Chester, Liam Buckley, seeing a lot of the ball. Decent player, the lad. Here come Chester, looking to build. That's an excellently well-timed tackle there from Rowan Steele, because Chester would have been through the middle had he not done that. But they're coming again anyway with Sam Turner. Got 2 round him, needs help, gets it from that Mr. Buckley, the number 2, who's shown a lot for the ball in defence and attack so far. Misplaced pass from the Chester boys, they'll need to recover that. They don't, they'll be disappointed. They had a good situation there. 6 players in the Carlisle half? Could have exploited it a little bit better. Rushed it, and that's Carlisle United's throw in. What are we on? We're on 29 minutes, and it's Carlisle 2, Chester 0. Charlie Watt and Adam Walton with the Carlisle goals. Seen a lot of this, haven't we? Just keeping the ball, waiting for the right time to pass it forward. Nothing wrong with that at all. When there's no press from the Chester boys, you can do this. They're just holding their shape. They're not wanting to get pulled apart, as they have been twice already. If you haven't seen the goals, we'll do the highlights package for you. They are absolute quality from Charlie Watt and from Adam Walton, but not just the finishes, in terms of the build-up, the touches, and then of course doing the important bit, beating the goalkeeper. Crossfield pass there has come off. I'm not sure it was intended the way it happened. That was almost recovered from Ryan Swales, but now there's a chance for Chester to break. What can they do on that halfway line with Max Gianni? He wants the overlap. He got the overlap, but then decided to keep hold of the ball, so it's lost a little bit of its potency. But they're building again. Hughes for Chester. Looks for the ball inside. At number 7, he's a tricky player, isn't he, Sam Turner? Oh, and there you go. That's what can happen from an attack that looked like it was about to fizzle out. And Chester City have got one back. We're looking at what? Just over the half hour. And it's their number 10, Tyler Sutton, who found the back of the net. So Carlisle United fell asleep a little bit there. Eric will be disappointed with that goal.
Yeah, it's the first real spell they've had for quite a time, and I'm not sure that it got a little ricochet as it went in, and it dropped nicely to the centre forward. And like you say, they've got a bit of a good fortune there, and they've taken the chance.
Well spotted there from Dave, because it was, I mean, I was a bit critical there, but when a ball in from Sam Turner hits somebody, it can go anyway. It did, and that's when luck comes into it. And it's your number 10 there, Tyler Sutton, who kept his cool, gave Isaac Robinson no chance, and game on, as they say, with the fact that Chester City have just pulled one back on 31 minutes. So it's Carlisle United 2, Chester 1 now. Did I just say Chester City? I do apologise. I shall beat myself up at half time. So Carlisle looking to reassert themselves. Here comes Watt, steps inside. Again needs help, but the pass is cut out, and that's a sliding tackle. Looked like he got, though he's going to get a yellow card here as well, is the lad. He felt like he got the ball. The number 4, Sam Hughes. In the end, it's the follow through that's done him.
Yeah, a little bit heavy challenge that. You can see sort of why the referee's booked him for that.
Dave Ropes, cameraman, co-commentator, coach, head of youth coaching. What can't he do?
We don't see these highlights yet.
Indeed, well, it seems like from the comments we're getting that the fans are happy with your coverage, Dave. So we can't thank you enough. So free kick, booking for Sam Hughes there. Free kick for Carlisle. Clipped in. Charlie Watt, good defending. Get that first contact. Make sure you're there for this. Oh, horrible slice. Gives Louis Bell a chance to do something over on that far side. He's got a heavy pass, but that's well done. Recovered, well recovered indeed by Keelan. Carlisle keep the ball coming right to left. Charlie Watt gets a shout to give the ball back to Max Kilsby. So he does. Uses Elliot Day. We'll use Rowan Steele. We'll keep the ball moving. This is good. Captain Keelan Leslie comes deep, as is his wont. Gets the ball in the centre circle. Passes it wide. Max Kilsby. It's good this from the Carlisle boys. They do keep the ball well. They do wait, bide their time, and then pounce, as we saw twice when they got established that 2-goal lead. Pegged back just a few moments ago by Tyler Sutton. So it's all to play for. 10 minutes or so to go to half time. Probably have to be fair and say that Chester deserved that goal for the spell that they had just before Carlisle's second, where they were pushing. They've taken the slap in the face, they've recovered, and they've most definitely got themselves back in it. But what can Carlisle do with this good possession that they're having? That's a decent ball through the middle, and another great ball. This could be another great finish. This is superb stuff from Carlisle United, it really is. They are clinical, incisive and ruthless whenever they get into these attacking positions. Ryan Swells, again, it all comes down to a fist ball through. It's so difficult to do. He's got hold of it, he's took his touch and he's left the keeper with no chance. Carlisle 3, Chester 1.
Yeah, patient build up, kept it at the back, looked for an opportunity to get in, and again, like you say, Ryan Swales, a great blindside pass, put Fishy in, and great finish from him. So that's keep that lead again and extend it, get away from the 2-1. And
2-goal cushion for the Blues, and we just had a substitution there just before the restart. Kean Bell has come on for Max Buckley-Bembo. 3-1 Carlisle. 3 fantastic goals. I do hope you've seen them all. Yeah, hang on, have we hit record on that? Oof, relief, we have hit record on the camera, imagine that. Chester having got themselves back in it. A little bit more work to do, but oh, he's offside there. He'll be disappointed with that. I think he initially made the move, Big Max Gianni. Didn't get the pass, and when the pass did come, that's him offside. Yeah, I was just about to say, we've seen Chester can play some decent football. They've been potent, particularly down this right-hand side. Number 2, Liam Buckley. Number 7, Sam Turner. Particularly guys to watch. It was Sam who created the goal. As Dave pointed out, possibly a deflection in the build-up, but absolutely no mistake when it came to Tyler Sutton that he was going to score. So that's the threat that these Chester boys pose, the young Seals. And Carlisle will be fully aware of that, even though we are heading into the 36th minute with a 3-1 advantage for the home side. Here come Chester again. That's another good do. Oh, it's a block, a much needed block from a shot on the run. I think it was the captain there, Drew Lowe, who had the shot. I'll confirm that for you once he turns his back to me. Oh no, it wasn't, it was Tyler Sutton again. So he certainly brought his shooting boots tonight. It was on target. Robinson was going through the motions of his dive, but Elliot Day put his body in the way. Made sure that it was easier for Isaac than it otherwise could have been. That's a little snapshot of what Elliot's all about. Probably why he's just spent the time injured, Dave. He just puts himself in there, doesn't he, Elliot Day?
Yeah, he's very committed player. Gives it 100%, doesn't he?
It's Charlie Watt, Carlisle. How many times have we seen this tonight? If there's no way through, don't panic, keep the ball. Well done, the Blues. Spreads play, Kilsby. It's from Rowan, Steele. Kilsby clips it forward, doesn't quite get it back. Or past, sorry, Liam Buckley. And there's Liam Buckley again. Well done, Max Kilsby. Calm head. Still a first year, Carlisle's left back. He looks composed on the ball so far. That's Lewis Bell trying to make inroads with a direct run. Stopped in his tracks, so Carlisle will build again. Keelan Leslie spreads it to Kilsby. Kilsby wants help, gets it from Charlie Watt, halfway inside the Carlisle half. No way through, guess what? Keep it. So we do. Steele. Almost too sloppy, too casual there, but that'll be a lesson for him. Gets away with it. Kilsby and Watt combine once again over on this left hand side. Ball drilled in, touched well by Fishburn, finds Adam Walton, who's going to spread it wide, is he? Yes he is, he's got his pass out there to Louis Bell, uses Walton, again it goes wide. Jack Ellis, he comes inside, uses Bell, Bell's going to shoot, he does shoot, that's not too far away, not a bad effort at all from Louis on the spin. Opened up for him, no harm in that.
Yeah, switching the play well when it's not on to go down one side, and keep asking questions of Chester and working openings. So it's really positive. It's going well.
3-1 to Carlisle United, 39th minute, 6 minutes to go to half time. Been a really good game to watch. Hope you're enjoying this. I certainly am. I can only apologise for the commentary, but you're stuck with it. So there. Rowan Steele attempts the clearance. Elliot Day is going to have to watch himself. 2 against 1 briefly, but Carlisle recover from a 2 against 1 situation to a 5 at the back. Carlisle United, it's spread through Swalesy. Swalesy uses Charlie Watt. He's going at his man, he's done that a few times. Uses Swales, Swales has got room, he's going to shoot. Doesn't quite keep it down, but again, absolutely no harm in that. You don't shoot, you don't score.
Yeah, that's right, a couple of speculative efforts. I'd like to see them keep looking for them little blindside passes that they keep getting in with, because that's really paid dividends for them with the goals tonight. But like you say, people can shoot and they can score from distance.
Good controlled spell this from the Blues. We saw earlier, those of you who've seen it from the start, that they Carlisle went ahead and then it became a little bit fraught for a while. Chester were pushing and probing and asking questions. Settled things down with the second goal, and then a decent finish from Tyler Sutton for Chester to get them back in it. But 3-1, the 2-goal cushion re-established with another fine finish. A great goal from Swalesy, Ryan Swales. Keeps his little spell of scoring goals going. So as we head into half time, it's almost all going to plan. There will be a few things for Eric to talk about, but here's Swales. Does well to get there, just hooks it high and the keeper keeps his eye on it. Comes under pressure from Fishburn, but that didn't bother him. He did well there, did Joe Smith. Kept his eye on it, plucked it out of the air. Hope looks to set his side on the attack. And he does it. It's through his Sutton again, the danger. The guy who got the goal inside the box, looking for room, cuts it back. That's another deflection, but this time it falls kindly for Keelan Leslie. And he uses that very competent outlet. Oh, he's just done me there, hasn't he? Very competent outlet of Charlie Watt, who passes it into a green shirt. That's a surging run. Great run from Rowan Steele. Uses Swales. Swales with a heavy first touch. He was always losing the ball thereafter. So Chester are able to come away, and that's again, it's a good overlap this time from Sutton. Pace and strength from the Carlisle man. Elliot Day. He got the last touch, so it'll be a corner. Certainly can't fault the Chester boys for effort here, even though the heads could have dropped, they haven't.
No, they're still giving it a real good go. They're still in the game. I think we've controlled possession and limited their opportunities to get forward, so that's been good. But they look as though on the break, they still look as though they could cause some problems.
That way, man, Dave, it's a corner, you need to be filming. What will they do? They can go short. They can swing it in. There it goes. That's a decent delivery. Won again by Carlisle United. It's Jack Ellis at the back stick this time. He's done that a few times already this half as well. Decent defending, just that one slip, and I missed it, but Dave picked it up. There was a deflection when Sam Turner sent the pass in for Tyler Sutton's goal, and that's what made the difference for them to be able to score. But these things can happen. I'll say it again, we saw it last night, didn't we? Home and hosed, cruising, and all of a sudden Newport were back in it from absolutely nowhere. Long clearance. Elliot Day looking to regroup. 43rd minute, 2 minutes to go to half time. Bit of defending to do again. This time Rowan Steele does it and does it well. Nothing flash. Keeps it simple. Get rid. Buckley with the throw in. Needs movement. Gets movement. Not what he wants. Turner dips it inside, gets it back to Buckley. Good tight defending there, but has Buckley got away? No, he hasn't. Excellent shielding from Keelan Leslie, and he was then helped out by Max Kilsby, who gets it to Fishburn, who gets it to Walton. Walton's striding away. That's superb stuff from him. Oh, I was going to say, the only reason that pass didn't come off, threading it through for Sam Fishburn, was a little bit of a nudge and a tumble from Adam Walton, so it's another free kick. Half time just seconds away. Carlisle lead 3-1. Bit of a conflab. Charlie Watt's over it. In fact, Charlie Watt's keeping it. What's that, 37, 38 yards? Will he? Nah, he's going to clip it. Oh, he is. And why not? 3-1 up. Oh, there's a roll of the eyes from Dave Wilkes there. I mean, if it was 0-0, there'd be a bit of a bollocking coming at half time for that.
A little bit of a waste that, wasn't it? But hey, 3-1 up. Take that.
Goal kick. Joe Smith will take it for the Seals. Carlisle lead 3-1 as half time approaches. Ref's had a deek at his watch. Happy for us to continue. Big header from Steele. Drops for Leslie. Leslie looking for that outlet pass for Charlie Watt. Doesn't quite come off, but Kilsby there. Uses Watt. These two are linking up really well down this left hand side. It's great to see. Always happy to keep possession if nothing opens up in front of them. Minute of added. Indicated by the fourth official. Carlisle win another free kick. Tight on this left hand touchline. Kilsby looking for options. Walton asked for it quietly there. He's in air because there's space in that middle bit. But it'll be sent in. There it goes. High, looking for Fishburn. There was one at the back stick there. Not entirely sure who that was. Was it Louis Bell? One at the back stick by the Carlisle man, but no power on it, so it goes behind. And that, I would imagine, will probably be it once the goal kick comes out for the half. Carlisle will go down that tunnel, feeling very, very pleased with that first 45 minutes of work. They lead 3-1. Certainly haven't had it all their own way. And there it is, the half-time whistle. Carlisle 3, Chester 1. 2-goal cushion was established. Charlie Watt with an absolutely fantastic goal, wasn't it, Dave, for Carlisle early doors there?
Yeah, good goal, great switch of play, got behind their back line and Charlie kept his head and finished it well, so a good start, settle the nerves down early on. And then the second goal again, a really clever blindside pass from Ryan, good finish again, and they've played well. I think they've deserved the 3-1 lead, generally controlled possession really, and looked as though they're going to sort of create and get more chances.
And we said this just a couple of minutes ago, but credit to Chester because they haven't rolled over.
No, they got that goal back. They've had little spells where they've looked sort of threatening without really creating clear-cut chances, but they do look look as though they could be a threat if you give them a little bit of space and that. So we just got to be mindful of that and try and keep going as we are.
Brilliant stuff from you, Dave. You certainly helped. I think it would be totally boring for everybody at home if they were just listening to me. We're going to leave the feed on. We've stopped recording. The feed will be left on so that you can watch the pitch. If I can actually lock that camera off. Yeah, there we go. And we'll have a look at the comments. So thoughts so far, guys, on the coverage. If you don't mind putting a comment in to tell us if we're rubbish or if we're doing okay, please. Apparently we're doing splendid, Dave. That's all down to you, that.
I don't know about that.
What about the picture quality, guys? Very good. Pleased to hear it. And what about the goals? Anybody any comments on the goals that have been scored, all 4 of them? Average performance from the cameraman. Wish Hall would shut up. You're stuck with me, Rooney. Shut up. Agree with that. Swalesy looks a fair player. He's been up for it tonight. From Adam Brown, comment from Adam. He certainly puts himself about. Which game were we watching? Was it Morecambe? What a goal. Adam Walton put it in. Swalesy on the diving header. What a goal. That's what he's got in him. And another great finish tonight. tell us a joke. I don't know any clean jokes, so we're done on that one. I'm a bit of a chubby brown. Right, I'll shut up. I'll give you a break for a few minutes. We'll be back for the full coverage of the second half. Thanks, guys. 3-1, by the way. Minor panic there, microphone wouldn't come on, but we're here I think. We're back. Second half of the FA Youth Cup first round proper. Big one for the boys at the weekend of course for the first team. Down to Hayes and Yedding. Beaconsfield Road, new place for me. I know some of the London branch guys have been there. I know some of you are listening tonight. Apparently it's a decent ground with a decent playing surface against a decent team. I think it was their first defeat of the season on Tuesday afternoon against Uxbridge. So that's one to look forward to. But tonight it's all about our youth team who currently lead 3-1 against Chester. Very good Chester side. Have to give them a lot of credit for the way they have not crumbled at all. Particularly down the right hand side they've been potent, but it's Carlisle kicking towards the Warwick, the famous Warwick Road end for this second half. They lead 3-1. 3 extremely good goals. If you can watch the highlights once we knock them together, probably tomorrow morning, watch them, because the quality of the goals, and actually, to be fair, the Chester lad as well. 4 really good finishes, but Carlisle lead 3-1 as we get this second half underway. Immediately on the attack, Charlie Watt on the right hand side switches it inside to captain Keelan Leslie. He uses Kilsby, who gets it to Louis Bell. Louis Bell, so highly rated by everybody at the club. I hate that term, but actually sometimes it fits. Leslie loses his footing, loses the ball. Chester tried to clear. Strong tackle, gets it back to Leslie. He comes inside to Swales. Swales tried to spin on it, didn't quite work, but look at that. That's reminiscent of the lads last night, isn't it? Get in there, get your boot in, get the ball back. Here's Swales again. 25 yards out, spreads it wide. Charlie Watt, who started things off in terms of goals tonight, looked up, didn't look close enough, passed it to a Chester man. So Chester's danger man Sam Turner, who's done a lot of their creative work over on that right hand side, gets the ball off that wayward pass, but Carlisle recover it. That's what it's all about. Spread wide, Charlie Watt, what can he do this time? 1 against 1, will he take him on? He does. Drops a shoulder, clips it in. That's not bad at all. Good, excellent control shot from Sam Fishburn on the spin, but it's dealt with. It's cleared. Carlisle come again with Charlie Watt. Can't get it under control. Can Jack Ellis get a boot in? He can, but apparently that was a free kick. Probably was. I didn't see what for, Dave.
Yeah, sorry there. I was focusing on the filming. I missed that a little bit.
Professional cameraman as ever. Multitasking Dave Wilkes. Chester, clear it long. Young Barry Sloan doesn't quite go the way he wants it. Something for Fishburn to chase there. Does enough to hurry the clearance. Recovered by Ellis for Carlisle. Sent long. Fishburn will get that. There's his strength. Back to goal. Edge of the box. Puts it inside for Charlie Watt. And that's got to be it. Is Lino was waving his flag furiously there. So he thought it was even worse than we did, but it was a clear free kick. Got to go for goal here, haven't you, Dave?
It's a good position. Let's see where the referee makes them put the ball down. If it's sort of that one in between, isn't it? A shot and a cross. We'll see what happens.
Kieran Leslie's there. Charlie Watt's there. Jack Ellis is lurking. Keelan walks away. Must have had a discussion and decided what they're going to do. What we got? 22 yards, something like that. Charlie Watt steadied himself. Will he go for it? He does. He caught that well. For a second there, I was about to cheer. Didn't quite get his bearings. Didn't quite hit the side netting either, so it's probably further wide than it looks from here. But not bad from Charlie Watt. Remember, he started off the 4-goal scoring spree from that first half with a wonderful finish. His wonderful finish was matched by Adam Walton, and his wonderful finish was matched by Ryan Swales. That's Carlisle's 3 goals. For Chester it was Tyler Sutton. Bit of luck went his way in terms of Sam Turner's cross into the box, took a deflection, but Sutton kept his eye on it and gave Isaac Robinson in the Carlisle goal absolutely no chance with a crisp finish. So it is 3-1 in the 49th minute here at Brunton Park under the lights. Fantastic for the boys. great for them to know all the directors are here. First team management team are here. I believe we've got some first team players watching on YouTube. It really is a club at the minute that feels like it's together. And how important is that? You, the fans, of course, play a huge part in that. You've been massively supportive in what we've been doing through the lockdown period, and we can't thank you enough for that. It would be easy to be suspicious and turn on us, but you haven't. You've stood by us. Some of the gestures you've made in terms of wanting to donate money to the club, actually donating your season ticket money to the club, there are no words. And that's why we're here. Scrappier start to the first half. Charlie Watt tries to take advantage of some frayed tempers in the technical area. Referee Chris Joyce trying to calm things down. Oh, there's the classic. Hands on the chest. I'm the ref. Keep your mouth shut. Throw down the line. Comes from Rowan Steele. Decent throw that. Josh Coyote, watch out. Louis Alessandro's got one of them as well, hasn't he? He can launch them. That's Kean Bell, the early substitute. I think it was Max Buckley-Bembo who had to go off after a heavy fall. Only the one substitution made. So far, Carlisle still lead. 51 minutes. This game has absolutely flown by. So many of the things that we've seen from the first team are being passed down to these young boys, and that's always good. That tells you that there's some kind of ethos, some kind of mentality that's been built.
Yeah, that's it. Chris said at the start, the philosophy he wanted was a high pressing team and a team that were like comfortable possession, so dominate possession when you're in and out of the ball, and I think we've seen that tonight. Done quite well on both counts, really.
And the fact with these young boys is, Dave, that what they have to be able to do, because there isn't the under-23 development system, we have to be honest about that. When they get their contract, which they'll all hope to do, they have to be able to step up and join in.
Yeah, that's right. It's like you said, we don't have that under 21s, under 23 thing that they do in the sort of bigger teams. So you've really got to be ready for it if you get an opportunity at this, at this level. Moving from the youth team right into the first team, really.
And when you look at them, 1 to 11 tonight, and the way that they're applying themselves, how on earth do you even begin the process of making those decisions? Because they're all here for a reason. We can all, people like me, we can all be the best footballer never discovered. But the reason that you're not discovered is because you can't match these boys. How do you make these decisions?
Well, all you can do is look at potential. The lads come into the club based on the potential that they've shown prior to joining us, and then when they get into the club, that's when it really starts for them, and they've got to sort of perform. And if they get opportunities to train with the first team, they've got to make that count. And they've really just got to keep impressing and keep paying the price every day to work hard and get better every day that they're here, whether they train with the youth team or they train with the first team. And that, like tonight, there's one or two. The lads have really done themselves no problems in terms of that with some of the performances.
And the good thing about this club, Dave, is that these young lads at a drop of a hat can be called upon. They are given time. It's usually a day in advance. You're with the first team tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. It can soon change, and you've got to be ready to take that chance, really. And you just got to, like you say, always be ready to take that chance, because you never know when it's going to come.
Check that out. Summary and camera work at the same time, following the play. I just couldn't do it. I can't do it. I've tried it before. Great stuff from Dave Rolls. Can't thank him enough tonight for bringing you the images and for helping me out so that you're not completely done in just listening to my voice. Chester on the attack in the Carlisle half. Next, Gianni holds it up well, back to goal, uses it well. That's a heavy touch from the man breaking from deep. Carlisle able to clear and regroup. Chester keeper Joe Smith hasn't been able to do anything to affect any of the 3 goals that's been scored by Carlisle United. He'll hate the fact that he's conceded them, but he'll be able to hold his head high knowing that there was absolutely nothing that he could do. .54 minutes, Carlisle 3, Chester 1. Long throw forward from Rowan Steele again. Adam Walton battling away. Recovered. Keelan Leslie uses Ellis. Ellis tries to feed it down that touchline. It's all very tight in there. Look how many bodies in that very small space. Great ball down the wing from the number 11, Oliver Hayward. What can the goal scorer Sutton do with it? Tried to feed it inside for Gianni. Didn't quite come off. Another dangerous moment. Another good moment from Chester. Dangerous moment for Carlisle. Still got work to do. It's football, isn't it? It can turn on the spin of a ball. One deep clearance from Ellis. Hooked back. Dealt with by Elliot Day. Picked up by Sutton. Feeds it inside to Turner. Turner uses Hayward. Hayward uses Gianni. Was that a shot? Probably not. I think he was trying to find his teammate and captain Dean Lowe. Wrapped his boot round it and off it sails into the ether.
Yeah, good little spell from Chester. They've imposed themselves on the game a little bit more in the second half. We've not sort of opened them up as much. So hopefully we can get on top again.
56 minutes played. Carlisle United 3, Chester FC 1. Charlie Watt, Adam Walton, Ryan Swales for Carlisle United, Tyler Sutton for the Seals. Gianni's come deep to try to get involved. He's had his pocket picked by Jack Ellis. Scrappy. Somebody get their foot on it. Louis Bell does exactly that. Pulls wide. He's got an overlap. Uses it. Max Kilsby does well. Has to be strong. Gives it back to Louis Bell. He comes up against Sam Turner, who won't let him get past. A few words exchanged. Nothing too wrong with that. Smile at each other and get on with it, which is exactly what they do. Throw in taken over on that far left-hand attacking touchline for Carlisle United. Loving this, what they're doing. Keeping the ball, not panicking. If they don't find that way through, go again. Great way to play the football, because here they come again looking for another direct ball, and that's a good run from Swales. That's got to be a handball. Lino's flagging. He'll have had a nudge. He'll feel that Swales helped that situation to happen. The young keeper there, Joe Smith. But it's gone Carlisle's way. Much tighter angle now. 9 yards up. 10 yards up. Right on the edge of that line. Bit of magic spray will be needed here. Chester keeper Joe Smith will want to get his wall doing as good a job as possible. Looks like it's going to be 3 men. Charlie Watt, as ever, on this side of the pitch, standing over that free kick. I'd go for it, would you, Dave?
Well, there's a big area to put it into, and if you can get people going across the keeper, anything can happen.
Let's see what he does. Ref's almost happy, jogging to his position, blows the whistle. Watt puts his boot through it, it's clipped, it's looking for Fishburn, keeper's off his line, tries to recover it the second time, it's hooked back in, hits the top of the bar, and that was unlucky there from United's captain Keelan Leslie. Not entirely sure he'll have been going for that lob, but it's ended up that way anyway. I've got a feeling he'll have been hooking it back into that mix where there were 3 or 4 Carlisle players, most notably Elliot Day and Sam Fishburn, 2 big lads. In the end, it's gone over the keeper's head, top of the bar, not too far off, and that's the danger that a good set piece can bring.
Yeah, probably could have done with a little bit more pace on the initial cross, really, just to put their back players and the goalkeeper under a bit more pressure, but we've kept the ball in and almost got a goal, really.
Excellent tackle from Rowan Steele there. We're laughing there because as Dave was trying to talk, the action was going on at pace, so as we've said already, following with that camera can be quite difficult, but here come Chester trying to find a way through. Walton shields it for Leslie to hook long, great first touch, back to goal, halfway line Sam Fishburn, spreads it wide for Louis Bell. Louis Bell already got that contract, of course, so he's really blossoming. And look at that, he's clipped there, is he? Yeah, he is. He'd beaten his man off on a sprint, has his ankle taken, and ref spotted it, so that's a free kick over on that far right-hand side. Charlie Watt is jogging over. Seems to be the main set piece man, even though Louis Bell is there with him. Training ground routine a possibility with the discussion that's going on between Louis Bell and Charlie Watt. Here comes the delivery. Who will it be? The right boot of Louis Bell. Swings her in. That's an excellent delivery. And it deserved the goal, but what a clearance that is, and the linesman has spotted, I think, some kind of infringement, possibly a handball. But what a delivery that was.
Yeah, great ball in swinging. Problem for the keeper, problem for their defenders trying to turn and defend it. Yeah, great ball.
Carlisle come again. Leslie hoops it forward. Fishburn picks it up. That's a great first time delivery. Oh, and it was looking for the run there of Louis Bell, who tried to get his head on it. Not the biggest of players, Louis, but he does like to get in and around that box and cause problems. This time he was beaten by the defender. Ball cleared. It's been recycled. Adam Walton uses Ellis. A bit of trickery tried there from Watt. Doesn't quite come off. There's a chance now for the Seals to break. Bell. Max Bell for Chester, tries to thread it through, looking for the run of Tyler Sutton, but Carlisle have picked it up, defending really well this second half. 61 minutes played. Carlisle 3, Chester FC 1, first round proper of this season's FA Youth Cup as Carlisle attack with Adam Walton. Doesn't quite get the pass through, again looking for that eye of a needle pass, can't quite make it work. Walton, this time he can, bounces it off Fishburn and keeps it, spreads it wide to Watt. Watt sends it long and deep and high, but it's in between two Carlisle players and easily cleared. Turner, who's having to come ever deeper to affect the game this time, this half, is halfway inside his own half, keeps possession for his team, but again, look at that pressing. How many times have we seen that actually over the last month and a half from the first team? Everywhere from George Tanner, Nick Anderton in the full-back positions, up forward to Josh Coyote, Gav Riley, Louis Alessandra, all of them working their socks off to keep the ball under pressure, to get it back and to score the goals we've been seeing. Don't forget that the FA Cup first round proper game at Hayes is on telly, BBC, iPlayer or the red button, live. Still waiting for confirmation on the iFollow service, but as much as it pains me to say it, if it's live on the Beeb, then iFollow's not required. Bit of a tussle, bit of a scrap this second half. Carlisle looking to contain things and attack, and Chester looking to get themselves back in it. Gianni, that hasn't quite gone for a corner, tried to thread it through again for that runner from deep. But Chester, again, we have to say, Dave, they haven't folded here, and it's credit to the boys.
No, they've had a little bit more of the play in this second half. We've not had it all our own way and not had as much possession, and they've kept going. So, like you say, it's full credit to them to try and keep going.
63 minutes played. Carlisle 3, Chester 1. 2-goal cushion. There's still time on that clock. Still got to do the job. They've worked hard here tonight, both teams. Pleasure to watch. Credit to youth football. Certainly a credit to the Vanarama from Chester. That's a snapshot of exactly what Elliot Day is, that classic defender. Doesn't matter what people are saying around me, I'm defending, and off it goes up into the east stand. Halfway inside the Carlisle half. Liam Buckley takes the throw in, gets it back, clips it forward. Missed clearance, gives an opportunity for Turner. Turner cuts it back, that was decent. Playing the percentage pass there, didn't know what was happening, but there's a long range shot, has to be dealt with by Robinson. Does well to get his hands behind that. If you're not confident with catching them, Dave, just get something on it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Just parry it away, not back into play. That's probably the best he could do with that one.
I think it was the captain, Dean Lowe, who let fly there. Long range effort, 30 odd yards. Isaac's done well. greasy surface. It was a dry day until around about 4 o'clock. It started lashing down, so that to contend with on what's a fantastic Brunton Park pitch. Here comes the corner, it's deep, and there's an unmarked man at the back post, and there you go. Poor defending there from Carlisle United. They haven't watched that runner at all, and it's the number 5, Willie Harrison, who's ghosted in, got himself on the end of it. It doesn't matter who it's come off thereafter, because it's put Chester right back in it. 3-2.
Yeah, like you say, he's ghosted in at the back post there and not marked, and managed to get a header down into the bodies, and it's just bounced up and not able to deal with it. So disappointing that, but we'll see how we can respond now and try and get another goal if we can.
We've just been singing the praises, Dave, about how well they'd been defending, and that just shows you fall asleep, lose your runner, don't watch the runner, and that's what can happen.
Yeah, that's right. He's somehow found some space at the far post, not got picked up, and managed to guide it down and have scored from it. Yeah, good goal from them, but disappointed with the defending from the lads.
The Chester contingent, the Chester staff who are here tonight, you can hear it. They've all been lifted. That will transfer itself to the pitch. 66 minutes played. Carlisle 3, Chester 2. This is all to play for. All of a sudden, it does go to extra time in this first round. Should Chester get themselves back into it? Punch from Robinson, helped by Walton on the edge of the box as that long ball came in. Carlisle have dealt with it, just need to calm themselves down again, get their foot on the ball as they were doing so well for so much of this second half and for so much of the first half before it. It's just that the gaffer spoke about it post-match last night. It's the psychology, isn't it? It's the psychology of what happens when a ball hits the back of your net. You can be comfortable, you can be doing things properly, but suddenly the buzz is elsewhere, even though you've got that lead. I suppose the philosophy here is to remember that you've got that lead. You don't have to hit any panic buttons. Still 3-2 to Carlisle. Can they do what they did in the first half and re-establish the cushion having been pegged back? 3-2. Great game to watch. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. Don't mind repeating myself from earlier. Absolute credit to youth football this. Credit to Carlisle and a credit to Chester. Joe Smith will pump this forward for the Seals. Gets it over the halfway line. Gianni misses it. Hesitation from the two Carlisle defenders. Steele and Ellis. Gives Sutton a chance to skip across the face of the target. Gets it to his captain, the number 8, Mr. Lowe. Chester looking to cross. Good delivery. Day's there to head it away. Carlisle having to deal with a little bit of pressure at the moment. Can they just undo that valve and let some of that steam out? We'll see. Does Chester come again? Right hand side, halfway inside the Carlisle half. Good defending deep from Louis Bell, protecting his left back. What can Chester do here? Throw in line with the 18-yard box. Tails up, having just got themselves right back in it. Thanks to Willie Harrison. I'm not sure what that was. I think he was probably trying to cross it, but we'll have that from a Carlisle United perspective.
Yeah, good
Nervy all of a sudden, Dave. It's nervy all of a sudden.
Yeah, good little spell from Chester. They've, having got that goal, it looks as though it's gave them a lift and a little bit of confidence, and we just need to try and build some attacks now and get on the ball again and take the sting out of the game for us and try and control possession a bit better.
Carlisle subs are out to warm up. It does getting towards that stage of the game where managers tend to decide whether they stick or twist. 69th minute, Carlisle 3, Chester 2. Cracking cup tie. Exactly what you'd expect to see from two teams who want to progress. Steele, toe-to-toe with Gianni. Gianni, another big lad for a youngster. Not sure if he's a first or second year scholar. Certainly putting himself about. Kean Bell, throw in for Chester. Cleared by Carlisle. Fishburn keeps hold of it, does well, beats one man. Puts the boot on the challenge of the second, and that allows Carlisle United's Adam Walton to hook it over towards Louis Bell. Walton tries to find Charlie Watt. Watt's got there. Good movement from him. Back to goal. Uses Ellis. Ellis with a decent delivery and a full first touch and a shot on the spin there from Louis Bell. Took a deflection. Again, it's the quality of these touches that are creating the chances.
Yeah, it's getting a bit end to end now, opening up a bit. Good chance there from Louis. Half a chance, but well blocked. Just hope we can keep this pressure on and get another goal.
That would be just what the doctor ordered, if Carlisle can do that. In swinging, corner kick will come in. Goes towards the keeper who runs out, doesn't quite get there. Got a hand on it, and it's been decided that was a Carlisle United player, namely Sam Fishburn, who got the final touch. Not sure I'd agree with that, but what can you do? Referee's got a split second to make those decisions. Goal kick, Chester. Just the 1 goal deficit to claw back. Never really been out of this game. Strange thing to say when we've talked about Carlisle having looked so comfortable for such long spells, but Chester have never really been out of it, as they've shown with the 2 goals and the timing of those 2 goals that they've scored.
Yeah, they've come out in the second half and give it a right good goal. Like you said, they're 2 goals down. They've nothing to lose, and they've done well really. But we're still on top. We've still got it. Hopefully, can control it. We just need to get another goal just to settle people down if we can.
Yellow card flashed at the number 11, Ollie Hayward there. Chester's number 11. For his challenge, which has given Carlisle United a free kick just inside the visiting half, attacking the iconic Warwick Road end. Oh, what a move that is. Can he touch it? Yes, he can. It's gone away from him, but it's Louis Bell with the shot. Didn't quite go from that first touch there. That didn't quite settle the way he wanted it to, but that's a great free kick from the boys.
Yeah, clever, well worked free kick. They used that one quite a bit. Just didn't quite get his shot on target, but well worked.
Long ball out, looking for Gianni, doesn't get there. Rowan Steele has been in his pocket all night. Big striker Max Gianni, as we've said, well marshalled. But here come Chester, bit of space in that midfield area. Looking for that threaded through ball to Tyler Sutton, who scored the first goal for Chester tonight. Their second goal scored by Willie Harrison. Carlisle's 3 coming from Charlie Watt, Adam Walton and Ryan Swales. Just try and find my stopwatch, it's just gone around my neck. We're on 72nd minute, still all to play for. Not quite put to bed by the young Blues. Look at how much it means to everybody. An argument over who got the last touch for a throw-in. A few choice words for the line-out from the goal scorer, Mr. Harrison, as he walked past him. Contesting everything. Good touch from Fishburn. Gets it back to Ellis. Feeds it inside to Charlie Watt. Corner, Carlisle United. It's about to be swung in. Hits the near post. Recovered by Steele. Tries to put it back into the mix, but kept in by the keeper. Long ball forward. Well marshalled by Keelan Leslie. I'm just going to go off commentary for a second. I've got a bit of a technical hitch at the back of the stand. I'll be back in a moment. So we're back on air with Ryan Swales, who hooks it wide, looking for Louis Bell, but Louis had come inside. Yeah, we do apologise, there's a few technical issues up the back of the old stand here, which we've sorted out, hopefully, and we can get back to the action. An action which has seen Chester really settle into the game. 3-2. Ball pinging around. Bit of a scrappy period. As we said, we saw the first signs of a bit of cramp. Sam Hughes from the Chester side was just pulling at his own toes after what has been a really gutsy effort from both sides. Chester will be thinking that they can take this to extra time at least, and Carlisle will either want to see it through or get that cushion back. Adam Walton inside the Chester half uses Jack Ellis. Ellis spreads it wide to the substitute DJ Taylor. Rowan Steele pumps it forward towards Fishburne, but that's just had a little bit too much on it. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. So we've played 82 minutes. It's in the fun zone. Carlisle lead 3-2. When you're looking at tired legs, tired minds, this is where concentration is so key, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, both sides have put a lot of effort in now, and they're looking to the game sort of dying a little bit in terms of tempo. So you just got to make sure that you sort of keep your concentration. We really need to try and keep the ball now as much as we can.
Excellent interception there from Carlisle's substitute, Dylan Garvey. Needed it because they had a 3 against 3 situation. Chester, if they'd got that attack mounted. Taylor uses Walton, flicks it over to Ellis. Ellis tried to lay it off first time, didn't come off, gives the possession back to Chester and Zach Packer. They've worked it forward, they've got players in support. Carlisle need to defend this one. Sam Turner tries to drag it back, get away, doesn't quite come off for him. Has to go backwards to keep possession. And then loses it, head in the air. Horrible when that happens, particularly when you've done all the hard work to try to build the attack and find the space. And it all goes wrong. "84 minutes played. Carlisle United 3, Chester 2. Still all to play for. Didn't we know that would be the case? All the way from kick-off. For those who weren't with us in the first half, just a reminder that Chester have already played 4 games in this competition. They had to do the preliminaries to the qualifiers. The only home game they had in that run, and that was against Abbey Hay, a local team from their area. Then 3 away games followed: Vauxhall Motors, St Helens Town, and most recently York City. Obviously all of which were successful. So they won't want to give this up. They've done a lot to get this far into the first round proper. You've got to think that there'll be at least one more chance for both sides through these closing stages. Will it come? When it comes, will they take it? Taylor hooks it high, picked up by Swales. Louis Bell on the halfway line, what will he do? Keeps it, goes back to Day. I have enjoyed this part of Carlisle's play tonight. They don't panic. If there isn't a way through, let's just go back, have another look. Left to right, right to left. Let's see if we can make a gap, pull people out of space, make somebody commit to the challenge and then work around them. Almost got it there with that sprint from Zach Packer, and he tried to come to get the ball. Didn't come, so let's do it again. No need to force, but you've got, having said that, you've got to be careful. As Elliot Day was, he has a word there with Rowan Steele. Just to calm things down, make sure you don't give it away in a silly position, and now pick the lock, as we do with Bell. Bell is going to get past him. Oh, that's a great run from Bell. Feeds it back towards Swales, but Swales was just on his heels a little bit and the pass, if we're being honest, was a little bit too close to the Chester defender.
Yeah, that's better. That's just what it needed. Just keep the ball, get them running about, coming out and trying to tire them out, and then it opens up down the other side through because you've been patient. Yeah, that's all. We just need to try and keep doing that, really.
Another sub will come on for Chester when the time is right. There's only 3 minutes of normal time left to play. Carlisle are in the right area of the pitch in terms of seeing this out. Louis Bell really coming into his own. Has he won the corner? No, he hasn't. He thought he did. But here comes that substitution for Chester City. I've said City again, I do apologise. It's Joe Walters who'll be coming on. Sam Hughes, who we mentioned, had shown that first sign of cramp, tight muscles. He's the one who comes off. So that's another throw of the dice from Chester. Looking to mount something in this last 2.5 minutes of normal time. Carlisle United working hard yet again to get that ball back from the goal kick, and they have indeed done that. Taylor uses the run of Ellis to feint, go inside. Looking to complete the run, loses it. He'll need to get back and help. Good stuff from Steele. Got a boot in just at exactly the right time so that Chester weren't able to capitalise there. On the clock ticks. 2 minutes of normal time left. Free kick given Carlisle's way. They won't hurry this one at all. Chester do the ball recovery just to keep the clock ticking over. So important to concentrate at this phase of the game, Dave.
Yeah, there's what is the left a couple of minutes, so really just no risks, and just like if we can keep the ball, just keep the ball if we can. That's what we need to do.
Eric's looking at his watch, we're looking at the watch. Everybody in Carlisle Blue is looking at the watch. This is when you just want it over. Oh, let's just bury it. Sam Fishburn goes for the shot and it's DJ Taylor's offside. Thought he was through there. Sam Fishburn looking to bury that one with a snapshot from the angle. Didn't quite catch it right. DJ Taylor, when he picked it up, he'd already strayed into an offside position. Let's check that stopwatch again. 1 minute and 7 seconds to play. Can Carlisle see this one through? There's another Chester player down, tugging at his leg, feeling a bit of cramp. Here they come, the green shirts. Put out again, this time by Jack Ellis. Defending first, worry about what happens next after. Hooked inside by Taylor, ball wouldn't come down, so Garvey's had to concede possession there, and it's a dangerous situation here as the ball's pulled wide for Chester, edge of the box. He's got a heavy touch on that. Oh, and he's angry with himself there. I think it's one of the substitutes who was through there over on the far side, and he's got a heavy touch, put it out, and a good moment has gone on to be a good moment for the Blues.
Yeah, just waste another chance for them, just a chance to slow things down a little bit. We should see this game out now. I mean, apart from the corner, they've not really created loads of chances really, so hopefully we can just see this game out to the end now.
Just waiting for the fourth official to show us how much added time. It's 3 minutes. Probably fair enough with the substitutions that there's been. So we're 3 minutes away from Carlisle United progressing to round 2 proper of the FA Youth Cup competition. First job is to keep the ball. Can DJ Taylor do that? No, he can't. He's had it robbed, hooked forward as you'd expect. You would expect them to push more men forward. Chester might as well go for broke, but as things stand, it's the normal strikers that you would expect to see who are forward, but surely there comes a point when they just go for it. If they don't, that's good news for Carlisle. Isaac Robinson takes his time. Keeper for Carlisle. Puts it down, hooks it wide. Taylor nods it on, finds a green shirt. Carlisle will have to defend again. Adam Walton gets close, makes it difficult for the Chester man to make the header. Swales takes over. Good, brilliant, superb ball. Looking for Louis Bell. Louis Bell arrowing at the box, not looking to waste time or tick the clock down at all. Clips it inside, doesn't quite get it there. Carlisle United still trying to build Louis Bell. Now he keeps it. Now he makes the defenders work for it. Puts it out, throw in. Chester. Where are we at now? 1.5 minutes left to play. Why does this always take forever, this bit? It could be 1 minute and you still feel like you play for an hour. That's a scream from Kilsby. He knows he could have took that down, got it under control, but he's given possession to Chester. What can they do? If they get a chance, it'll be their last chance. Will they make it count? Will this be it? Oh, excellent tackle over on that right hand side, but Carlisle, heading into this final minute, will have a corner to defend.
Yeah, you don't really need this, but you need to defend this corner. Had a chance there to keep the ball, and that this could be the last chance for them, so we just need to get this out.
Scream from Mark Birch in the technical area, concentrate. Bayek, he's got that message right. Oh, it's a low corner. Fishburn, well done. Gets off the line and heads it clear. Is it hooked clear? Yes, it is. Off the edge of the box. Phew. Fishburn, can he get it under control? Yes, he can. Twists and turns, he's done well there. That's a superb ball out from Max Fishburn. Can Garvey recover it? He can. There's a chance here for Carlisle. If Taylor can get the shot off, he does, but it's blocked and it's cleared from the edge of the area. 20 seconds left to play. However, man, ref, I hope your watch is wrong. Get it blown. Throw in. The clock is ticking down. It goes long. And there it is. He has blown early, but we'll have that. Carlisle United 3, Chester 2. Absolutely fantastic game of football to watch that. As you can imagine, the Chester boys have gone down on their haunches, fell on the pitch, but they can be proud of that. Absolutely superb advert for youth football. Carlisle United have come through it. They've won 3-2, and it's the home side, the Blues, who will go through to the second round proper. They've been made to work hard for that, Dave.
Yeah, good first half from Carlisle. 3 great goals. That's done well for them, and really that's set them up for the victory. Really, that first half performance. Like you said, Chester kept going. Second half caused us a few problems, but we managed to have enough in the tank to see them off. Really.
Huge thank you to Dave for helping us with the coverage tonight. The cameraman and some excellent comments, just to, like I say, just to break up the monotony of having to listen to me. That's us for our coverage tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll pop on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere later to ask you what you thought of it, and hopefully we'll be doing much more of these. Certainly if we get a home game in the next round, you'll be watching the boys again. Brilliant stuff. Carlisle United 3, Chester 2. It's the home side. It's the Blues who go through to the second round. Good night.